Endless online searches, trekking from dealer to dealer. But here it is, the Volvo XC90. A luxury SUV that emphasises convenience and comfort. A panoramic roof, advanced air purifier, a head-up display that changes to suit light conditions, an air suspension system that ensures a smooth ride by constantly adjusting the ride height and shock absorbers. Now at special run-out pricing from $99,990 plus on-roads. Visit Volvo Cars and discover why the Volvo XC90 is the vehicle for right now.
You're listening to the Weekend Sport Podcast with Jason Pine from News Talk ZB.
Part of our Sundays, James McOnie, Crowd Goes Wild, Alternative Commentary Collective, all across your socials. I'm not quite sure where to start, James, but could we start with the Chiefs, perhaps?
Well, let's do that, Piney. Let's get that out of the way, because I'm a massive Chiefs punisher, as they say, and I know most of your audience probably don't want to hear this, but how good were the Chiefs, and in particular, Simon Parker. People thinking, who is Simon Parker, including Chiefs fans, but that was quite a game from the big blindside flanker. He's been in and around the squad, but he had a blinder among many players, including Quinn Tupaia as well.
He sounds like the kind of guy who works in your office, but you don't really know who he is and what he does. Simon Parker from accounts or whatever it is.
He is. He's a bit like that. Maybe the mystery brother of Peter Parker, the Spider-Man. I'm just sort of wondering. Did have superhero qualities on Friday night, but I mean, all is not lost for those teams. I always just think the Crusaders, they lost, the Blues lost, but they are quite All Black heavy. So what that means that your players haven't had quite the same preseason. They're coming back a little bit underdone, a little bit rustier. So let's wait to the business end until we start writing these eulogies for these teams, because the Chiefs were very good, but it's early days.
It is early days. You know what rhymes with early? Hurley, Finn Hurley. Did you see him last night?
Oh, he was a blur, Piney. My TV screen couldn't keep up. I need to upgrade. The thing is, who do I need to talk to? Is it John and Adrian from Magnus Benro? Anyway, I don't know if they're still an advertiser of yours. But
if they're not, they'll be back.
They will be back. The thing is, he is incredible, this little guy. He's listed at 75 kgs. He plays fullback. He's short, small. He's kind of so quick that he's got that Ryan Pappenhausen vibe from the Melbourne Storm, and he pops up everywhere, including a classic chip and chase that would have had Jeff Wilson on the sideline with a little tear in his eye going, I used to do that, but this was incredible from young Finn Hurley. But what I would add is that obviously Jamie Joseph has made a big difference. They made of Sterner stuff, a really impressive forward effort, but I'd just like to single out two other things. One is Timothy Tavatavanawai playing at 12. He's All Blacks eligible now. He's got to go close if he carries on this sort of form. He's the guy who played for Moana Pacifica on the wing. He moved down to the Highlanders last year. He's turned down Fiji twice. He is waiting for the call-up from Razor. And then the second thing is, that's the kind of game that brainwashes first-year students from Auckland to becoming Highlanders fans for life. So, sorry, Blues, you've lost a lot of people there.
Yeah, agree. And great, I loved watching what do they call it, the zoo there last night, all the first years on O Week. That's terrific. And I was really, really pleased for the Highlanders too. And you're right, Jamie Joseph's made a massive difference. Going to have a chat to Finn Hurley, actually. We've got his number. We'll give him a call after 2 o'clock.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, just say congrats. He's an Otago Boys High student as well, so he's so local. But also just one other mention of quick players. Kyron Taumoefalau for the Moana Pacifica, that winger, he's from Marlborough. He's played already for Tonga, but I think that he is trying to get into the All Blacks. I think the All Blacks have looked at the eligibility, and if he can do his stand-down period from the last World Cup when he played for Tonga, I think he will be in Razor's sights for the next World Cup. So watch the space. I'm giving you scoops here, Piney, and it's not even my job.
No. We can add it to your job description. We could even perhaps up your weekly rate if you continue to deliver.
1 point.
Yeah, 2 points. Joe Parker won again. This was a shame, really, because he didn't fight the guy who was supposed to fight, Daniel Dubois, but he got the job done this morning.
Yeah, he did get the job done. I mean, it was they brought in a ring in, and that's. I think it's just good that he's back on the world stage. He's obviously very passionate about carrying on. You know how a lot of heavyweights they retire early and then come back and stuff. And I think Joe's looking fit and well and impressive. He's a lot quicker, I think, with his hands than other heavyweights, so that's always going to be his big advantage. But who knows if he can get back into those sort of title contention stage against the big dogs. But, I mean, with Winston Peters by his side, anything is possible, Piney. I saw him. I think he changed his name to Winston Peter, like Peter Bread, when he was over there. But,
yeah, I saw him.
Security.
Yeah, I saw him ringside there. He had pretty good seats, didn't he?
Yeah, he was right in between what looked like two Saudi billionaires. And actually, just on that, maybe Tim Saudi should change his name to Tim Saudi. There's a lot of sponsorship opportunities there. Not the most ethical, but hey, if you want that money.
Indeed. Hey, Auckland FC, they were quite good yesterday. Did you watch any of this?
I was there, Piney, and I was actually lurking behind you at one point. I went upstairs to the commentary, and you were in full flight. And what a game, 6-1. I thought Auckland FC was so dominant in that first half, it could have been 6 in the first half. But the Wellington Phoenix came back really nicely. And one thing I will say is, even though it's a 6-1 win, and great to see an all-white contender like Logan Rogerson score 2 goals, I thought when Luke Brooks-Smith came on, the 16-year-old for Wellington Phoenix, we saw the future for the All Whites. Because, Piney, I'm an All Whites fan first, and then these other club teams second. And he's 16, former BMX rider, spotted by Ricky Herbert or Ricky Herbert's dad or something in Cambridge when he was chasing his BMX dream. And now he could be our Lamine Yamal, if anyone remembers him from the Euros. He looks that talented.
Yeah, he's a good kid. Did you know that yesterday was his mum's birthday? And when he looked at the fixture list at the start of the season and saw that there was a game on the 22nd of February, his mum's birthday, he said to his mum, "I'm going to score on your birthday." And he did. Yeah.
I mean, that's just, he just looks special. The kid, I mean, I just don't think we've seen a player like that. He's got he looks like he should be playing second five, like the shoulders on the kid. But he's from Whangarei, just has just a real aptitude for this game. And yeah, he made a mistake, passed the ball to Rogerson at one point, but I don't think that's going to affect him. He just looks like he's a future star, and I think in the next World Cup we'll have him and Chris Wood operating up front at some point.
Yeah, he looks like a player. Just back to Auckland FC, we shouldn't ignore them because they're they're terrific. And even isn't the at-game experience just brilliant? I mean, who could have dreamt that it would be like this?
I mean, where do you look? I mean, you've got Ali Williams, there's Chris Luxon, Luxie was there, and then Dan Carter with his sons who are football mad. I mean, it is massive. I mean, I know I'm name dropping here, but it is an incredible game day experience. The port, the atmosphere they provide, and also the Wellington Phoenix fans who travelled. That, to me, I think I've said it before, it's as close as we'll get to an FA Cup daytime final that you used to watch, where you just feel the roar of the crowd and the passion of the crowd. And long may it last. I mean, I would schedule more derby games if you could.
Yeah, well, you can see why they put a big focus on them. They do it in Melbourne as well, do it in Sydney as well. Hey, now, are you going to Vegas to watch the Warriors?
Look, I'm not going to Vegas. I don't know who decided who goes to Vegas, but they obviously thought I was a massive flight risk there. I don't know why.
Well, they've sent 4 rugby league teams there. I mean, surely I'm the lowdown on the risk here, risk report. But no, I'm not going to Las Vegas, Piney. Thanks for rubbing that salt in the wound. But the one, I am looking forward to that game. But the one event I've been watching over in the States is the hockey between Canada and USA. Well, I've been keeping tabs on it because it's turned into a geopolitical fight between Trump and Trudeau. Of course, Trump, bringing in all the sanctions and the tariffs against Canada and claiming they should just be another state, and Canada fighting back with their hockey team. There were 3 fights in the first 9 seconds of the first game, and it's all because of Trump. He's basically like the Don King, really sort of ramping people up, racking them up, and now we've got this incredible thing where Canada fought back and won 3-2, and Trudeau's straight into Trump over the hockey result. Yeah, amazing stuff. Geopolitics and sport, you never know what you're going to get at around 1:45 on a Sunday, but here we are.
Well, that's what I bring.
That's and much more besides. Always good to chat, mate. We'll do it again next Sunday.
Cheers, Piney. Take care, mate.
You too, mate. James McOnie, huge part of our weekend sports show on a Sunday afternoon. Catch him on the Alternative Commentary Collective, The Crowd Goes Wild, and across your social media as well.
For more from Weekend Sport with Jason Pine, listen live to News Talk ZB weekends from midday or follow the podcast on iHeartRadio.
For a few years in the 1970s, the Mr. Asia Syndicate made millions.
Heroin creates its own market. It acts like a form of plague.
Until jealousy, betrayal, and murder brought it all crashing down.
Then he just pulled out a gun, shot her in the back of the head, and then said to Wayne, "You're going to help me bury her."
This is Mr. Asia, A Forgotten History. First 3 episodes available now on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.